Do you want to get a job in the electric vehicle technology industry? Today we are going to discuss the 5 most important steps that you should take to achieve that. These 5 steps can be taken up by anyone, but it is preferable that if you have a bachelor's in your engineering degree or in technology related field. A bachelor in science would also be enough, provided you are able to upskill yourself. So to achieve this goal of getting a job in the EV industry, you should provide yourself at least a duration of 1 year time, and that would be the time period during which you will be upscaling yourself using the 5 steps that I am going to provide you. At the end of the video, I'll be providing you a bonus tip which is actually going to improve your chances a lot. So please watch the video till the end. So step number 1 is you should have programming skills. Now when we talk about programming skills, it doesn't mean that you should have skills in Java or C++, but it necessarily means you should be aware about some kind of programming languages or programming processors. For example, you have Arduino and Raspberry Pi. These are pretty important or easy steps to implement as well as start with. Now Arduino is pretty much a free software which you can easily buy. It will hardly cost you within 1000 rupees, and that would be enough for you to start up with your programming skill career. You just need to download your Arduino IDE and link it with your Arduino board, and then you can start with your process. A few LEDs would be more than enough for you to try out your outputs with that. Now if you're well versed in Arduino programming, then it's better that you notch up to the next level where you go into Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi is a programming platform where Python is used as the programming language. Now Python knowledge is also a very important key part of your programming skills. So it's better that if you are able to have some programming skills or develop your programming skills in Arduino and then move on to Python, that would be a great step. Now if you have some working knowledge in Python, that could easily qualify you under the category of embedded engineers, which are being asked up or looked up by many companies now. Step number 2 involves some basic knowledge on PCB designing. Now majority of the hardware companies that is related to electric vehicle technology, they require or look for engineers who are good in PCB designing. So you have a lot of free softwares which are available for learning PCB designing, and if you want to have some tutorials, there are also a lot of softwares and lot of courses which are available online for PCB designing learning. Altium Designer is one such free open source software which you can easily learn using some tutorials. However, even though the tutorials are paid, you can freely audit them and learn a lot from that. Similarly, there are a lot of other PCB designing softwares which are available which you can easily learn through YouTube. The next important skill which is expected is some kind of power electronic knowledge. Now when you talk about power electronic knowledge, it doesn't mean that if you are from a background of computer science or it is not restricting you, because there are a lot of free classes and tutorials from which you can easily learn about the working of power electronic stuffs. Now power electronic devices are very key in the electric vehicle technology world. So you could use some open source softwares like LT Spice, which can be used for modeling and learning power electronics. Step number 4 is projects. Yes, you have to do some projects. Project and practical knowledge is the only thing and is the key which will land you a good job. So when you talk about projects, you can start with some programming or you can start with some simulative studies. There are some softwares which are freely available like Optimum G, which provides you a platform to try out the various drive cycles, the vehicle modeling, all those things. Along with this, if you have some kind of knowledge in actual modeling of vehicles, like you can start with an electric bike. The development of electric bike is not that hard. Same way you can also try to implement battery pack development. That too is not that hard. So when you look at the side of the EV programming sector, if you see, you can see that a lot of opportunities are coming in battery management systems. So when we talk about battery management systems, you have opportunities like if you have some know-how in the area of SOC development, SOC determination, SOH determination, that is actually going to add to your career perspective. And the 5th most important step is read. Yes, you have to read a lot. That is, when you talk about reading, you have to read about research articles, the relevant technologies which are developing in that particular field, the current affairs in the field of technology that is related to electric vehicle. You should do some kind of product reviews. You should be understanding how a product works. So this is actually going to help you a lot during your interview process. Now coming to the bonus tip. The bonus tip is MATLAB. Yes, if you have access to MATLAB, then it is going to increase your chances of landing up a job by 100 times. MATLAB has a lot of toolboxes which can be added on to your existing MATLAB base model. This include some softwares like Advisor, then you have the AutoSAR, and then you have the Pantera. Now these add-ons will provide you a lot of working knowledge in the vehicle dynamics sector, in the area of the vehicle packaging. Also you can have try-ons on the automotive electronic sector of the vehicle, as well as you can see that a lot of other opportunities like battery management system modeling, designing, as well as realization can also be done through the MATLAB software. We can try out to do more videos on all these aspects based on your request. So if you found the video interesting, please like the video and please do subscribe. Thank you.